Reese. I'm 41, and I have been walking with Jesus for, I think, going on 8 years. I struggled with my first church. I didn't grow up in church, but I knew God my whole life. And I had a friend that started coming here, Lolita, and she became the admin. And every time I struggled, she'd reach out. It was a God thing because she didn't know. I didn't tell her. She would reach out and just randomly check in on me, and she would always invite me here. And finally, I had decided that I needed to walk away from my first church for many reasons, mostly because I wasn't growing anymore. And I came here after she invited me to the concert. And I thought, the concert's a safe place. I don't have to be among, church and worship and that kind of thing. But I'm so glad I came. Betrayal is pretty large in my life. It started with family. My second mother was my grandmother, and aunts and family, and then friends, repeated patterns, and boyfriends, and it's just been levels of betrayal. When it happened in the church, it was kind of the hardest because I thought they would be better than normal people. And you're new Christian, you're ignorant to Christians are people too. So I suffered with migraines for, it's probably been two years. And I think a lot of it was emotional and mental stress from the past and trying to walk it out with God now and be a different person. And so that was a struggle. And I think there was a lot of that, as well as commuting to DC every day and just life with kids, marriage, and all that stuff. But the doctors could never find anything wrong with me. They were just giving me pills and keeping me medicated. It wasn't helping, it was just masking it. So. At first, I just felt out of place. I think it was just my heart where I was with people, but I came in and I liked that the room got dark, so it was very personal and private. And I had a friend that I've grown up with that comes here too, and his wife and kids. And his kid kind of threw a tantrum, and his wife had to leave with the kids, and he stayed behind, and he stood next to me. So I felt a sense of safety. And then the song Wastelands came on, and I just felt an overwhelming sense to put my arms up and worship like I've never worshiped before. I was always afraid of what I looked like, or was it a show, or I just never wanted to be plastic. But it was overwhelming, and I know that it was the Spirit now. And I just started worshiping like I've never worshiped before. And then I got a sense of, take your flip-flops off. And I grew up in Florida, and I went barefoot a lot, but I don't do it in public places. So I don't know if you've ever argued with God, but I was arguing with the fact that I wasn't taking my flip-flops off. So I finally submitted, took my flip-flops off, and he asked me to stand flat-footed. And when I did, I got Charlie horses in both second toes, both feet, same time. Charlie horses are hard, but if you ever got them in your toe, they're a little awkward. So I couldn't stand. I was trying to arch my feet and get them out, and he just kept saying, stand flat-footed. I'm trying to heal you. It hurt, but I did it, and once I was able to stick them on the ground, I felt it go up my legs, up my back, into my head, the Charlie horse feeling. And he said that I was trying to heal you. At that moment, I just started crying and worshiping, and I just felt like he was telling me, everything's going to be okay. You're going to get a new church, you're going to get a new house, you're going to get a new job. Those were two of the biggest prayers over the course of walking with him that he wasn't answering. And those are the places of the biggest and deepest betrayals. So it was a struggle to keep walking with him and still living with the past tied to you. like a ball and chain type thing. When he healed me, he during the song, it's talking about making all things new, and I realized at that moment that I was standing where I was supposed to be, and he told me this was holy ground, and that's why he needed my feet flat with no shoes, and I realized I was standing in a church called New Life, and that's what he was giving me, so. I haven't had any migraines since. And I got a new house, I got a new job, and new church. I would say get out of the way. Do what he tells you to do, no matter how crazy it seems. Now that I see where I'm at now, if I would have listened, maybe the road wouldn't have been as hard.